Hello, my loves. I just got done with a mentorship session, and I thought since I already kind of had my microphone set up and everything, let's just turn on the camera and record a video. So here we are. So I thought I would come on and do a video. I just kind of wanted to do a little update video and just talk about what's been going on in my world. I don't think I've ever really shared my decision that I made earlier on in October. I made the decision to put my page private. I wanted to take a kind of like a little hiatus, a break, whatever you want to call it, from Rachel Spirit and Soul. So I put the page private, and I always had a backup account. I don't know many of you, if many of you were following it, but I used to have a candle, like an Instagram account for my candles when I was making candles. And so I used it as a backup account, and I pretty much had that in mind for one day if the imposter accounts got to be, successful with hacking into my main one, at least I would have a backup where people were already following another account. I made the decision to create a second account with that backup account, and I started to kind of come up with names that felt right for me. And I wanted this second account to kind of reflect more of my personal life, my everyday lifestyle, my interests, my ghost interests, my paranormal interests, my books, like all of the stuff that make up who I am, and not just the spirit business. And so I created the account My Haunted Home, and that is where I have been pretty much all of October. It has literally been just a breath of fresh air. I have, sorry, my hair is like crazy. I have been enjoying being in a private account so much. Like, I didn't realize how much I needed a private space. I needed a space where I could post and just kind of do my own thing and not have to have it business related or focused on, advertising my readings and focused on spiritual content and stuff like that. Like, this account is everything else. And I kind of got to this point where I was realizing like my spirituality is a huge part of my life, and it is an everyday thing for me, but my spirituality is not all of me. There's so many more facets to myself and my interests, and I wanted to kind of bring all of that stuff out. And I thought I wanted to bring it out and bring it onto Rachel's Spirit and Soul, but then I quickly realized it's not always professional to put like all parts of me on my business account. And when I try to do that, like in the past, when I try to put all parts of me on the business account, it just kind of created a difficulty for me to set boundaries with people where I'm not 100% available for DMs, or I'm not always available to chat, or the discomforts of like if I don't follow back certain people, or you know what I mean? And I have to keep a strict, at least in my opinion, I keep a strict relationship with most of my clients. Like, a lot of my clients I don't follow back. A lot of my clients I don't necessarily talk to on a daily basis. I try to keep that professional relationship because it keeps the integrity of the readings, especially if they choose to come to me multiple times a year for readings. And I'm able to not be so engrossed in their personal daily lives because I don't follow them, or, we're not as close in that way. And it keeps the integrity of the reading strong. So that's kind of really the only reason why. I do have like a couple people that I have since pushed into the area of like friendships, where I have these online friendships with them, and they don't necessarily book readings with me anymore, or we just never were a client-reader relationship. We just always kind of just been internet friends. So that's always nice. But I try to keep separate as much as I can. So I was like, I need a private space because I just want to let this other part of myself out. I want to have an account that I can go to where I don't worry about how many eyes are watching me, or am I being unprofessional, or am I sharing too much of myself. So yeah, I just wanted a space where I was able to do that, and that has been the account, my haunted home. Rachel's Spirit and Soul has been a public account my entire spiritual journey. Like ever since I started doing professional readings, it takes its toll after a while. It really does. Like you don't have much privacy. Anyone and everyone can watch you. Having a public account is exhausting. Anyone and everyone can watch you. You really don't have control over who watches you and who does what and who this and who that. It becomes an issue. At least for me, it did. I'm a very private prone person. I like my privacy. I don't mind being public. Obviously, like I have a YouTube channel. I had a public account for many years, but every once in a while, even I have my breaking point. That's what's been going on with me. So if you follow my haunted home, then you have seen that I have been posting when I go to Barnes and Noble. I have been posting books that I read. I post my ghosty stuff. I post every once in a while I'll post like my schedule of what I'm doing with my sessions, or things like that. But you've probably also noticed it is very minimal on the spiritual content, and it is very heavy on my everyday life. And I had made the decision earlier on, before all this, I had made the decision to bring in more of my everyday life content to my YouTube. So YouTube is a little bit different. It's not necessarily my business page. My YouTube is like my everything page. It's just where I come to post whatever the hell I want. And I've always just appreciated this platform to be kind of like a free-for-all. But my Instagram, I've always been a bit more strict with. So this is my way of preserving my peace and preserving my sanity to save my ass from completely annihilating my spiritual business. Because there have been times, I will admit, that I have been very tempted to just wipe out and delete the spiritual business and just not do it all together. It's just been a roller coaster, and I really had to take a step back to ask myself, what is most important to me right now? So I have been doing this stuff. I have been doing professional readings. I have been having my own business name and all of that for 12 years, 11 years. It's been a good amount of time. And it's not just something that you can turn off and shut off and not do ever again. Like it takes time to quit. And I'm just not ready for that. But I'm also ready for a completely different energy to work in, an environment to work in. Speaking of environment, my spirit room, like, oh my gosh, there's like a little mosquito in here. My spirit room is changing. So I have moved a couple things around. As you can see, my little table, this used to be over here, and that little table where my Buddha is used to be over here. So I am kind of switching some stuff up. I needed to just kind of change the energy of my spirit room. So when you move furniture around, or when you rearrange the space, it really kind of helps shift the energy of the room as well. I still do readings and whatnot. I'm leaving myself open for one-on-one, like private mentoring and all of that for people who truly want to do it. But it is not going to be something that I'm going to, take just anyone. I'm very picky about who I want to work one-on-one with. I just feel my practice is changing a little bit. I want to do less teaching, and I want to do just more space holding, if that makes sense. I have been so burnt out from teaching that it's just kind of not been a passion recently. Oh, I keep touching my hair and stuff, you guys. Like, my hair is clean. I took a shower last night. Sorry, this is just me being all over the place, but I took a shower last night. This is my hair when I don't blow dry it. It just air dried. and I have my dad's curls. So I always have like this wild lion's mane when I decide to shower at night and not do my hair. And it's chaos. And my husband absolutely loves it. He's always like, I love your hair like that. But I just feel like I look so wild. And it's distracting me and I can't stop touching my hair. So sorry, I know that's annoying when I touch my hair all the time. But anyways, what I was saying, I don't even know what I was saying. I feel like I'm just rambling, but honestly, I needed to just get this video out because I feel like I haven't done any explanation. And, you know, I'm sure people have been wondering like, how come, why are you using a different account or what happened? And nothing happened. I just am finally listening to my heart, my soul. I'm finally listening to what my soul wants. And my soul just needed a break from the public eye. I may come off on my videos as extroverted. This fucking light is bugging the shit out of me. I may come off in my YouTube videos as an extrovert. I promise you that is just on the video. In person, I am a very introverted person. I am very insecure. I am very, like, I always second guess myself. I doubt. I am very, like, I'm very quiet unless I know my people very well. But I'm a very closed off kind of a person. Sometimes I feel like I give the wrong impression when people meet me in person because I am not always the cheery, talkative version of myself that I come off on camera. So yeah, and I'm telling you, like, because I'm not very extroverted, my social media, like, I can be present on social media and do the things, but every once in a while I'm just like, I just crave being able to make my account friends only. And just to be honest, like, when you have a creator account, you can't go friends only. You have to make it a personal account. And then when you have like a business going private, you're really hurting yourself. Like, you're not growing, people are not able to see your content. It's hard to it's hard to have that private space without being private, if that makes sense. My spooky season, my October, has been interesting. It's been like very low key the second half of October. Not much has been going on, which is fine. Like, I'm totally okay with it. I've been enjoying reading my books, and I have been enjoying, you know, spending time one-on-one with my husband and just doing things together with him. And I kind of prefer the chill. I don't know. I wish I had more to update with you guys with, but I just wanted to share that. I didn't want anyone to be like confused or concerned or, you know, whatever. Like, I'm okay and I'm doing good. I was feeling a lot of pressure too with like, I have to content create. I have to do this. I have to do that. And I still have not content created. I've content created a little bit for my new account, but unfortunately, because it is a private account, it doesn't get seen. But it's for me. I'm doing it for me. So I have been able to content create for that. And I kind of find it's easier to content create when you are doing something that you love. And not saying that I don't love my spiritual business, but I do get burnt out from it. And I do feel like when I content create for the spirit biz, it has to have a purpose, and it has to be done in a way where I'm advertising, you know, my services, or I'm teaching something. And I just don't have the energy in me to do that right now. You know, I just kind of feel like I'm constantly disappointing my audience over there because I'm not doing the things, but I just don't have the energy or motivation to do them right now. I hope that you guys can understand, especially if that's the only account you follow. No hard feelings if you don't want to follow my other one. That's totally fine. But I just don't have the energy or the heart to content create right now. Literally, the only thing that's interesting me right now is obviously sharing my one-on-one space with my clients who book with me and whatnot. Just reading my books, being on my private account, spending time with my husband. That's really what is bringing me happiness right now. And you know what, to be honest, like, if I'm happy and I'm content and I'm at peace, that's all that matters. I don't need to have everything else. And the anxiety that was coming up in me because I wasn't content creating and I wasn't growing, like, my follower account has been frozen for probably over a year. If anything, like, I've dropped followers since I decided to go on a hiatus, which says a lot too about people. Like, if you're only there for my services and you're not there to just enjoy everything else that I have to share, it's just kind of like, maybe I'm not the person for you, but I'm not putting pressure on myself to have to come back very, very soon. Obviously, I'm still doing my readings and stuff, but as far as like putting on a show for the whole world, like on my public account, I just need a break from it. So we will continue over there in due time, just not right now. Life is weird. I just roll with it, right? But anyways, my loves, I don't want to make this a huge long video. I just wanted to share that little bit. I'm literally, for this last week of October, I am going to carve my pumpkins. I have a book I'm reading right now. My goal is to finish this book by Friday. And then the weekend, the last couple days of Halloween, like going into Halloween, I'm going to read probably the Halloween book. So, and then I will do a video of my Spooky October wrap up, and we'll just talk books and all of this. And I'm putting together a TBR for November, the books that I plan on reading for November, and we'll talk about that too. So I have one more spooky video coming for you guys, but that will probably be posted closer towards the end of October. When my husband and I do some pumpkin carving, I plan on taking some footage of it. I want to put together a reel or maybe a little mini video. I don't know. We'll see what I decide to do, and share the process, but we're kind of boring. So so it's probably not going to be anything big and spectacular, but my hubby, we talked about maybe doing a little barbecue at the house and just carving our pumpkins and stuff, just something quiet for us too. I have cake mix to make a cake, so I might make my little spooky cake. But yeah, it's just very chill and relaxing, and that's pretty much the way I like it. Like, I like my days to be very chill, very low-key, quiet, relaxing. That's just me. So I'm mega grandma mode all the time. So anyways, my loves, I'm going to end this video so I can edit it and hurry up and put it on my YouTube. I love you guys. I'm thankful that you guys are with me throughout the journey. If you are not already following my private account, please give it a follow. I will put the link to in the description box. Follow me over there if you want to, but just keep in mind, it is not spiritual content. It is everyday content. It's everyday life. So if you're interested in that, cool, follow me. If you're not, don't worry about it. No hard feelings. I still have Rachel Spirit and Soul. I'm just not as active on it right now. But other than that, I hope you guys are doing well, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye, loves.